Welcome back, guys. Today I'm going to be showing you the easiest way to make millions of coins in EAFC. So if you want a team like mine, you're in the right place. And tomorrow, we're going to be announcing the winner of a £50 giveaway, £50 worth of FIFA points. All you've got to do is subscribe, send proof over on Instagram, and you'll be entered in. It was meant to be today, but I am just simply very unorganized. But it will be out in tomorrow's video. So make sure to get your subs in, and let's get into the video. If you guys are still stuck with a team like this, and everyone you play in Champs has a team like this, then you need to head over to Sky Coach in the link below. Not only have they got the cheapest and most reliable service for FIFA coins, you can pick any amount of coins, select your console, and put in code PRORECALL for 10% off. Now, before we start, as many of you know, I like to give you guys the opportunity to win FIFA points. We've got the giveaway that will be announced tomorrow, and I will do another one on the last day of this month if we get a good Future Stars players in these picks. So we'll do the second one first. We got Dembele. I guess he was a Future Star like 10 years ago. We've also got... I mean, that's now the second informed variation I have of Hernandez, but I think that does qualify for another giveaway. So there will be another £50 giveaway on the last day of February. So make sure to subscribe and send proof to be in for that one as well. Now, surprisingly, as I am unorganized and I have aggressive ADHD, I'm actually in a bit of a rush. So we're going to go through this very, very quickly, guys. Now, first of all, really easy way to get coins, or potentially a very simple way to get coins, is if you go to your classic packs and get your preview pack done. Now, I know some people are going to be like, well, that's not always coins. It can be, and it's always worth doing. So this one's pretty useless, obviously, today, but what you will find is there's a lot of chances of kind of informs or lower tier fodder. You might get like an 87 and 88, which are always worth obviously popping open. And if you do make maybe 6k, even 7k back from the pack, or even just break even when you have a look at it, it's definitely still worth doing, because realistically, there could be something behind the next pack. So it's always worth giving yourself that chance at another pack. Now, obviously, I did a video yesterday on how to make coins essentially from SBCs. And if you want to check that out, I'll have it in the link down below. It is a really good video and it's going to help a lot of you guys. But essentially, part of that is doing the Born Legend and Rising Star SBCs. They are very, very useful if you're looking to make coins without having to trade or do anything difficult. You also want to get all of the challenges done. These are always very useful. And then you want to, of course, take yourself to the transfer market. Now, with Future Stars, it's a promo that hasn't really given us a ton of kind of filters, really. If we have a look along there, there's a lot of gaps between the players that we have. Now, I got kicked out of the market a moment ago, but we are hopping back in with a very, very decent filter first of all. So we've got Future Stars and Premier League. Now, on the lower end, we've got Kawar and we've got Elliott. So these two are actually a very good filter together. Obviously, Elise's in there, but he's a little bit more in terms of your costing. Now, Elliott is a bit more expensive than Kawar. Kawar is coming in at around the kind of 25k mark. Obviously, Harvey Elliott just about double that. But realistically, because of how sort of valueless Harvey's card is, and a lot of people are going to be listing it just to get rid of it, you're probably going to be able to snag a fair few snipes. Now, if we say this guy's worth about 24, you can see there's a few cards below that. EA tax on that is going to be 1.2, so 22k is 800 coins per card. Now, I personally would be very happy with 800 coins per card. We've got that one at 20k. We've missed it, but you can very early on see how beneficial this filter is going to be. It can be definitely a good one to make some big profits. We've got 20k there. We've missed it twice in a row, but what we are going to have a look at, we'll leave the Prem and we're just going to have a look at England players. So if we go to 50k, obviously we do have Elliott, and then we've got Leticia as well. So you've got another option there for a filter, which is kind of Harvey Elliott on the heavier end, where it's not as likely that you're going to get him, but you've got a good chance of making some profit on this other card, while the potential for Harvey is there as well. Now, if we go over to the Premier League side of things, we want to go for Future Stars, and you want to go for forwards. Now, luckily, there are a few forwards in the Premier League category here. Now, we do want to get rid of a few of them. Obviously, Garnacho's not going to come up. Doku is not going to come up. We're looking at Elise, we're looking at Højlund, and we are also looking at, I believe there is one more. There should be one more, but even if there's not, those two are good enough as is. So if we hop over to around, what, 100k, I think it is, a little bit over 100k, we're looking at about 120 for Elise. Now, bear in mind, guys, I think this is going to be one of the best cards in the game. I'm personally going to be picking this up without a doubt. I'm going to wait till the end of the promo, because I'm hoping that he goes down a little bit. But if we look at around the 120k, EA tax on that is going to be 10%. So we're looking at about 12k, we half that obviously to get the 5%. I've got that completely wrong. So you probably want to be going for about 105. 110 isn't even bad, but you're only making like 5k. If you can pick him up for around the 105, 100k, you are absolutely laughing with the profit from this one. So it's definitely worth trying to squeeze that extra bit of profit, because sometimes it is difficult to make it off some of these cards. And when we've got such a good opportunity, it's definitely worth absolutely mashing it out, making sure you get those extra few coins. So spend a little bit of time on this one if you can. There is also another filter which is going to kind of take away from the forward side of things. If we go to a minimum of 200k, I believe it's going to remove Elise, but I need to check. If it doesn't, unfortunately, we can't use this one. So it's got Lamptey in there, which we don't really want. Yeah, so they basically haven't done any of the, I can't even think right now. They haven't done any of the price ranges correct. We do have Rico Lewis and Lamptey on a filter together. Now, it's difficult because it's so different, you know, in terms of pricing. You got 3 times the value, just over almost 4 times the value for Rico Lewis, but you've got a chance. Now, am I going to be, am I going to be saying this is a really good chance? No. This is a filter where you're mostly going to be picking up Lamptey. There's, once, if you do this for an hour a day, once in that sort of week, you might find yourselves a Lewis card. But realistically, it's that chance, that potential. It is definitely worth it. Now, the other thing we can do in order to get Lewis on a filter is if we just go Premier League, we go Defender, we want to go for Man City, and then we just want to go for English. Realistically, that's going to give us a good chance off the back of, if we just go special. Sorry, I've been an absolute mong there. If we go for, we've got Rico Lewis there, and then we've got Kyle Walker. Now, 400k for Walker, 300k for Lewis, very, very close in the values there. So what you're going to have to do with a lot of these future stars is mix and match them with their current cards or with the other specials available at their club, because you're simply not going to get very good filters out of just the future stars cards. Similarly, if we go over to Manchester United, I can imagine the man who hates Sean Millis can be found on quite a nice filter with Rashido. So if we go to maybe a minimum of, let's say, 100k, I think that will get rid of the other Hoyland cards. Forward, Manchester United. So this card here is going up for 114. We essentially just want to get rid of that card. So how much does the Cassie go for? Cassie goes for 130. Rash there is 700. We've got Rash there at 2 mil. So realistically, we probably want to go minimum of about 200k. Let's have a look, see who we cancel out. Issue is, yeah, the price ranges are a bit muddied on a lot of these cards. You can, however, find I believe the Ice. If we go for left wing, we go for Prem. This is obviously a very big filter, special, and then we go minimum, like, what, 500k? Let's have a look, minimum 400k. You've got Garnacho, and you should also have, you've got Rashford's card here, but if you go, does his Ice card not come up from that? Okay, so you've just got a bit of a disparity in the price in there, unfortunately, but it's still a filter that's going to make you coins. Now, the other one we want to touch on just before we go today is, of course, your Premier League, your goalkeeper, your Brazil, and your minimum 10-250. And this is just a filter that we can always use, we can always rely on. And the other thing you can always rely on is me. So make sure to drop a like down below, subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys in the next one. So we're going to pop some final packs. I don't know what icon that is. It's French. Striker. Okay, I don't know what this is. I feel like this could be an L. Who we got? Hello? Who's that?